Tampa Bay fans get a bad rap, or not a bad rap, but like
Right.
sometimes there's not a huge showing.
Right.
What are your thoughts on Rays fans?
So I think the Rays, I think the Tampa Bay area I think they've proven that they have enough people for a fan base. You look at the Tampa Bay Lightning, those guys sell out all the time. It's strictly the stadium location. It's just in a bad area. If you look at it's in St. Petersburg, not necessarily, it's in St. Pete, not Tampa. And so for all of the highly populated area of Tampa to get to St. Pete, they got to cross this bridge that's like a nightmare to cross, even not during rush hour, but the weekday games especially, you got to drive through rush hour across this bridge to get to the game on time. You got to turn around. You got to drive 45 minutes back across this bridge to go to. It's just not in a good area in terms of being accessible to fans.
We work at 5, and then it's tough.
Yeah, right. So I think that's the major issue. And realistically, the stadium itself is just not appealing. Like you're going to drive an hour to go to a place and go sit in the Trop, and then you're like, God, this place is hideous. You know what I mean? Listen, I played there and I love it and it was great, but let's call a spade a spade. There's just
even on television. I don't like watching games on television when it's at the
Trop. It's tough. So that's the real issue. I think if it was in somewhere in the heart of Tampa and not St. Pete, that it would do really well. I think it would thrive because realistically, if you think about the St. Pete side is a little more of the retirement community side.
Yeah, that's what the joke always is.
Yeah, but that's the more retired community side. But you got to think about if those guys retire, they're not working jobs, and they have the ability to leave before rush hour starts to get. I think you'd have more people commute from St. Pete to Tampa than Tampa to St. Pete to do that. So I think they need to do it. Obviously, the owners are very concerned about profit and money, so that's the biggest issue. But I hope they don't do the Montreal split. I'm not sure if they're doing that.
Yeah, I read about that last year. It's tough life, man.
Yeah, I hope they don't do that. So,
where's your favorite place to play?
Playing at Fenway was incredible.
And you went yard there too, right?
I did. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, so I had a home run there, the Green Monster. I think it's so incredible because the history that's been on that field. You know what I mean? There's a lot of these new stadiums out there that you lose a little bit of that. Like when I'm standing at, third base, I think of all the different, Red Sox legends and all the people from baseball history that have stood at that exact same base that I'm standing on. You know what I mean? I think that's really incredible. And just, the Red Sox can be 20 games out of first place and it still sells out. So it's just a really incredible place. And then probably my other favorite place was Toronto. Just because they've got a rabid fan base when they're playing well.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, it is and they closed the dome in the Rogers Center. It is so I play. When I was playing them, that was in the heart of their really good teams with Encarnacion, Jose Bautista, Josh Donaldson. Those teams were stacked. So those fans came out in droves. I think at one point we played them late September and they had 53,000 or something. And it was just playing in front of that is that's a whole nother level of adrenaline. Oh yeah, for sure. That's the biggest crowd I ever played in front of. So I would say those are amazing. The Yankee Stadium is a cathedral. Thing's incredible. So yeah, there's not many places where you're not this place is awesome.